Alright, welcome. I'm going to make a little add-on to my track design that I have. I'm just going to take this, and this is just going to be the track going into the project. It's just a small little project involving a tower, some scrap pieces of your pink foam, some tape, some tissue paper, wrapping paper, magazine, newspaper. You can use all kinds, just like a paper mache. Here's some more of the other track pieces that I have that are extra. I took a big long piece like this just out of my scrap bin. I have other pieces over here, cutting tool. There's some tree limbs, or you make small little bush trees out of that. These are the scrap pieces that I've already cut. I've done a little bit of a, well, quote unquote prep. This was just a scrap piece. I was just testing a different way to make a round tower. Of course, you could always use, something round and lay the bricks. But the way I did this is I just cut a bunch of round discs. Use the center point, put them on a bamboo skewer onto something, and then cut all the slits of the brick at one time. And then when I glued them together, I just offset them, turned them real easily like this, glued it up together all the way up. I made this one just to test it to see if I like the way it came together, but I enjoy wrapping it more around the round objects. So I consider this piece scrap, so that's going to be part of my build. My tacky glue, this tacky glue will be watered down to do the paper mache. Works quite well. The reason I'm doing this now is that I want to add this to my wall hanging project. I really like a lot of the bricks, but some of the areas need something that looks a little bit more like earth or like cliff walls and stuff, and I'm going to use paper mache to mimic those. So I thought this would be a fun project to start learning or experimenting with different types of paper or adding different things to our project designs. We're going to get started here. Like I said, if you need to make a tower, you want to make a tower, you're going to have to determine your height. When I measured this all out, I ended up with a bunch of pieces much thicker than a couple thin at the top, just to make my height. I kind of laid this out a little bit beforehand, and this was just long strips like this that I had extra, and I just cut the round shape into each and every single little piece. I might add a little tree to the design. I know my main part of my design is going to be, the track is going to connect something like this. You could even use this little flat area over here, but I think I'm going to use a little bit wider flat area. All of this was scrap pieces. The first place I'm going to go is determine where this is going to sit. And then I'm just going to start gluing. Let's see what we ended up with is just a crude kind of add-on to our little tower here. between each coat of the paper that you lay down, let it dry in between. This has had about 1.5 coats. I want to add a couple things to this as we're going along here. I'm going to take part of the castle, round castle or rook or tower. I'm going to add it somewhere like this. Just like this. I'm just going to hot glue it down. Here's some more scraps from a cut off. It's just a real thin piece. I'm going to use this right here along this edge like this. I'm just going to hot glue it in place. As you can see, I've added one coat of paint already to this after I did the black. I used the same brush. I did it really quick. We're going to touch up the white real quick. And I just did the simple drag brush. Fill up your brush. Fill up your brush with just your white and drag across. I've seen some areas like here that I didn't hit. I'm just barely letting the brush touch too. The way I did the gray, I just, to my little palette here, I just added straight black. And I use the mediums between the two, white and the black. As you can see, my brush is loaded with two colors, and then I just drag that along, painting the surface as you go, and it kind of blends. So doing that through the whole surface, blending it. I'm just going to take mostly white and just drag it across this surface.